Man, I don't even know where to start, Dallas Cowboys fans. I, I typically don't even do this type of stuff. I don't do post games, recaps, anything like that. But today, man, I just needed to hop on here because this to me, this was a bad loss, man. And I get it, and I know people are gonna say, Jacksonville's young and whatnot. They're talented, and they are, and typically there was a couple things down the stretch that's very glaring to me now. Number one, the whole right before we had got the ball back after the fumble right from Lawrence. Um, we get it. We go 3 and out essentially, but on the third down play, we throw the ball. We throw the ball instead of running the football and making the Jacksonville Jaguars take that final timeout. And really, that was the difference because they kicked the game tying field goal with 5 seconds left. If we had ran the football on 3rd and 10, that would have been game over. But again, Mike McCarthy, I don't get it, man. I really don't understand the thought process. Uh, you know, in his late game time management, and this is one of the things that really concerns me about the Dallas Cowboys, especially moving towards the playoffs. And we could have clinched the playoffs today, but they did it obviously. So we have to wait. Again, this is the Jacksonville Jaguars. I know their record; they're what 6-9 now, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. This is a young team, a young upstart team. The Cowboys were rolling in the first half. You gotta put these teams away, man. A young team, they're stupid, they're ignorant, they don't know. You gotta put them away. Young teams, if you put them away early, instead of getting field goals instead of touchdowns when your defense gives you just short field, things like that. It just really bothers me that our defense. I don't know what happened to our defense the last 2 weeks, man. No pressure. You can definitely see. You can definitely see. People are figuring this out. Micah Parsons, where was he? Where was he today? Oh, I don't even think he had a sack. We only had one sack as a team overall. And I got people blowing my phone up per usual because that's what happens when you're Dallas Cowboys fans. Um, you know, people blow you up. I'm just to letting people know where I'm at. If they want to come see me right here on this live. You know, this was a bad loss. This is a game we should have won. We were up, 17 points, if I'm not mistaken, to a young team. Everything was looking good, but our defense, man, I'm really concerned now going into next week against the Eagles, a team that can score. And I know they had their hands full today as well. But just looking at the stats, I mean, yeah, Cowboys only 1 sack, Jacksonville 3 sacks, and let's just address the biggest elephant in the room. Dak Prescott, man. Um, he threw the pick six. I get he's trying to make something happen here at the end, but still, man, like he's not a very accurate quarterback. He misses high, and if I'm not mistaken, that last pass he was under duress. He just threw it up there. He's got to do better, man. And he just talked about this week. I like Dak, but I'm starting to kind of sway the other way with him just because he's a good podium guy, right? He gets to the podium, he says the right things, but then on the field, it's kind of like, man, he does a lot of good. He came, he led that drive to take the lead towards the end of the game. The defense just, and honestly, the defense got bailed out by Trevor Lawrence being greedy. If Trevor Lawrence doesn't fumble that football, maybe they win that game dead to rights right there because they had our defense on the heels the whole second half, man. Our rush defense, again, is something that we've kind of looked past. I know a lot of Cowboys fans have looked past that. Our rush defense is not good at all, man. Travis Etienne ran all over us, and I'm not saying he's straight garbage, but he's not a perennial Pro Bowler, right? He's a young guy. You know what I mean? And I'm just looking at these stats, and I mean, we gave up 40 points today. 40 points, and this is supposed to be a top tier defense. I just don't know. We got out coached in the second half. Travis Etienne, 103 yards. He was averaging 5.4 yards a carry, man. A carry. Like I don't get it. I just I'm looking at these stats and I just don't understand, man. I really don't get it. What happened? I mean, Dallas Cowboy fans, please come on in, man. Let me know what's going on in the chat right now. I know you guys. I'm feeling. I'm not even like upset or mad. Like I'm just like, damn, man. Like I thought we had something rolling, uh, but apparently we don't. Um, it's always one thing with us. Our offense is good. Our defense can't get a stop. Our defense is good. Our offense can't get a score. We can't consistently put things together. And, and I would say this is a bad loss. This is definitely a bad loss. This is not even a playoff team. The Jacksoville Jaguars are not a playoff team. I know they play hard, but I was concerned last week when we barely beat the Houston Texans, who and I get it. They're giving people fits. I think the Chiefs ended up pulling that game out, if I'm not mistaken. Um, but still, this is just a concern. And I get again when it's clutch and game time and it's close like this, I don't trust Mike McCarthy and that staff to do what they need to do. Yeah, and Kansas City ended up pulling it out. They win in overtime, right? So I don't know, man. I need to hear from the Dallas Cowboy fans, man. You guys got to let me know what's going on. I need you guys to flow in here and just let me know what's going on because I don't even know where to begin. I just don't even know where to begin. Uh, from the first half to the second half, it was just a total night and day. I believe at one point, they had 100 rushing yards just in the third quarter alone. We only had 10. Uh, but again, to me, I think one of the biggest problems at the end was that drive where we probably should have put them away after the Lawrence fumble. We ended up throwing the football instead of running it, forcing the Jacksonville Jaguars to burn that final timeout. If they burn that final timeout, they don't probably even get a chance to get that field goal. They really don't. They really don't. But again, this is just another cause for concern that this team cannot be considered a championship caliber team. I understand you're going to have losses in the season. I totally understand that. But too many times, and I'm responding to people on my phone because people are just blowing me up at this point. But I don't know, man. It's just beyond me. It's just beyond me. It's just beyond me right now. I'm just at a loss for words, and I want to hear from Cowboys fans, man, across the country, man, wherever you're at, man. If you're getting this stream right now, man, let me know because this is crazy. This is crazy to me, and I don't even. Again, man, I'm just trying to put the word out right now because I need to know. I just need people to know right now. I'm sorry. I'm just responding back to people because, yeah, here we go. We got some people coming in now. All Even Podcast. What's up, my bro? Yeah, man, Dak's turnovers are alarming. Yeah. He helped propel that comeback too. He threw that ball. It was late in the third quarter. That ended up leading to a Jacksonville Jaguar. And he misses high, man. When he misses high. I've been noticing this for years. And for whatever reason, I don't know, man. He needs to work with some type of quarterback guru. Somebody. He's got to bring those balls down, man. But 2 interceptions, one that resulted in a touchdown eventually, and then to end the game, a pick six. Didn't even give our defense a chance to try to make a stop, man. He just is ridiculous right now. He says, Dak's alarming. Yep, alarming. The risky throws are getting ridiculous, but this is on the defense. Yeah, I mean, the defense, they're going to have to hold this one too. You got to get a stop. If you want to be a top tier team, a defense, like I said before, a championship caliber team, that's when you need those stops against the Jacksonville Jaguars. A team but I told everyone this morning, do not bet the Cowboys -4 because it's stuff like this, man. I've been watching this for 20 plus years. And now we're going to go into this game next week against the Philadelphia Eagles. And I have a lot of questions. They can run the football. The first time we played them, we did not get a lot of pressure on Jalen Hurts. And I'm pretty sure we're not going to get a lot of pressure on him Saturday next weekend. Okay. Micah Parsons is wearing down. Now that he's switched over to this full-time edge rusher, he needs a full offseason, man. I don't think he's conditioned enough, right, to do what he's doing. And that's, that's not on him. They're exclusively making him this edge rusher. He's not a TJ Watt. TJ Watt is remarkable in what he does, right? He's geared for that. Maybe Micah can be there at some point, but he's not there now because he's been ineffective the last 2 games. We would get a stop from him somewhere, and now the injuries. Now we have Armstrong. He went down today, right? Just another. There was Joseph. He's a bum, man. Kelvin, is it Kelvin Joseph? That guy is terrible. He's terrible, man. He's lost in coverage. He doesn't know what's going on. And we had him out there, and I thought I would never say this. I am definitely missing Anthony Brown at this point, because he makes Anthony Brown look like freaking Stephon Gilmore in his prime or Deion Sanders, right, when he wore the star. But to me, our strength on the defense is the pass rush. And once teams are able to figure that out, how to slow us down, our back end is not